I just want to big up Nene, man, because I don't even watch. I ain't a big fan, but I just like what the sister standing for. Like if she been discriminated, I mean, come on, man. If somebody say they don't want to eat chicken, like
nah, that's like Fuzzy Zellers and Tiger Woods. That shit right there.
right,
Chicken watermelon.
like put it this way.
No, but man, they were close friends, and it's them two that actually got the show rolling, really.
Yeah,
in Atlanta.
But put it just.
I get it though, because I mean, like the chicken comment, I can see her wanting to sue for that, but the ghetto and the Roach Motel shit, that was just her being mean.
Yeah. That was. They was, but see, when the narrative is the reason why she could sue for that is because the narrative is, generally when people, or put it this way, the narrative is put out by the dominant society. When you say ghetto, automatically you think black people. So with that being said, that's why she trying to say, I got a Roach Motel, I'm ghetto, and there was just like, and so in some ways I used to have a problem with that too, because I used to be, go in suburbs, whatever, or work with a bunch of, Caucasian people. We be cool, chilling, and then look at it, right, and then they'll say something like, "Don't wear those." Oh, that is so ghetto, and I would just look at them. Like,
I'm sorry. You know the real meaning of it.
Right. When you say that, just like when you hear them say thugs, that's AKA means black. When you hear them say ghetto, that's AKA means black. That's what it means to me. Oh, those violent thugs. You know what I'm saying?
We on that, let me ask y'all a question. When y'all hear somebody say, "Oh, they're woke now," like, does that count as the same thing, or maybe I'm taking it wrong?
Hey, you know what? I heard. What
kind of context?
Hey, I heard that used in the context where they said the new Gossip Girl was too woke for them, and when I looked at Gossip Girl, it was more black people, more people of color, and more gay people. So it's something in there.
Well, you know what? It's amazing. Think about this, guys. With the Matrix movie, think about the Matrix movie being woke and asleep, right? That was the whole format of Matrix, to come up out the Matrix and to be in reality. You're going to take the red blue pill. Think about it. We're in the sixth society. I'm going to quote you on this, Mr. Zoe Williams. Not Zoe Williams, but, the guy, the gentleman he quotes all the time. It's never, what did he say? It's never a benefit to be assimilated into a sixth society. It's never healthy to be assimilated to six. I'm paraphrasing now, but something along those lines. Because think about it, they're saying woke like it's a bad thing. So truth, which is woke, so that's a bad thing now. Oh, you too truthful. Or you too with reality. Oh, you seeing through the bullshit.
Yeah, you too aware.
You know what I'm saying? That's what it's kind of implying. Like, I look at it like more so like, oh, you're so woke now. You're trying to be. But
I do think it's a code word for black or.
It is a code word for black.
That's how I take it, though. That's how I take it. I hear people say that. I'm like, what the fuck you mean? Like,
yeah, exactly. It's a code.
Excuse my language, y'all. I'm sorry about that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Chris,
I got y'all started, man. I'm a nerd now, personal. I just. But yeah, man, no, you definitely. And speaking of that, we're gonna get into a little more, man. I got these brothers and sisters right here. I don't know if y'all heard these stories. These are brothers and sisters, the black Mormons. Black Mormons. Black Mormons turned to TikTok. Yeah, they Black Mormons. They turned to TikTok to hold majority white school accountable on race. They said there's a lot of prejudice and discrimination that goes on here that people don't know about, and the goal is to let everybody know what's going on so they can get some type of change and justice. They say they grown up in with the Church of Latter-day Saints. You know what I'm saying, and they went to Brigham Young University, and they said in that environment, attending the college with a black population of less than 1%, so it's less than 1% black Mormons going to the schools and stuff. So these kids is coming on TikTok to let everybody know, like, man, that they get discriminated against. So they said that they've been banned. Like, they said that openly. Now I'm paraphrasing. This is what one of the things say. They said that openly gay students can date each other there, but interracial dating is looked at as a abomination. So they're saying that gay students can date each other, but if I'm black, I can't date who I want either too. So they draw a lot of
hell for fucking with us.
So yeah, I think it got something to do with their religion or something, that ain't supposed to mix the races or something like that, or they can go. But my thing is this. I'm glad they bringing awareness to it. You know what I'm saying? They being discriminated, because I don't think nobody should be, saying discriminated against. Even, I don't think nobody should be picked on, or just being in, having injustices or whatnot like that. But my thoughts is, I'm gonna tell you, brothers and sisters, I'm happy for y'all. I'm gonna support y'all. Hope y'all get the justice y'all looking for. But I'm gonna speak in the words of Jordan Peele, get out. You know what I'm saying? Get y'all asses out. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you in Utah, for one. You in White Conda, goddamn. Your ass is living in White Conda.
I fucking said White Conda.
I'm just saying, like, you in the belly of the beast, really. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not saying that you should. I'm just saying nothing wrong with it. If that's the way you want to flow, that's your religion. I'm not knocking it. I'm just saying, and I'm not saying you can't complain because you're in the belly of the beast, but know where you at. You know what I'm saying? Of course, you're going to get discriminated against. You know what I'm saying? Like, my thoughts is, I'm glad they bringing awareness, but I just hope that maybe they can find some wokeness and find their way up out of that, that sleep they in, and, get to a better place. Because, I don't know. I mean, I'm not trying to say allegedly, y'all. I'm not saying all Mormons are bad. I'm not, because I've been to Utah before. Many of times I've been to Utah. I didn't experience any discrimination per se, or nobody came up to me. But could I feel that they didn't want my ass there, or they looking at me like, "What you doing here?" Yeah, I felt that. I felt it. I didn't feel welcome. But you know what I'm saying? I didn't feel welcome. I didn't feel welcome, but they didn't come at me with nothing. But they didn't. It was like one of those things. This is how they try to get you. Y'all ever felt this? Like, they really didn't do nothing to you, but at the same time, you can feel energy. You can feel the energy that, like, I don't think they want me here. They might not have told you that verbally. They just look at you. They just like, hey, you looking like, damn, you motherfuckers just looking at my ass.
I think that's one of our most character building things we go through is drowning that shit out. You know?
I mean, but sometimes you can't, like, oh, my bad. See what you say?
No, I said they probably thought you played football. That's the only black people out there.
Hell yeah, the only other niggas in the state play for the Jazz.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, I'm just saying they might have thought, but some of the gas stations I went to, they were pleasant. They greeted me. They was cool. It was like, hey, how you doing? And I was like, I come in, because it's like you can feel it as soon as you come in, because out there I guess they don't see many black folks out there. So, like you said, unless they playing sports or going to school. So when I walked in, they just like, and they're like, hey, how y'all doing? They just look at you. And then we come, okay, well, have a nice day. Then they try to put on a little happy face of it, but I'm cool with that. As long as you don't come at me with no ends, calling me out my name or saying nothing crazy to me, I ain't got no problem. But but it was, the good old boys in there having their coffee and stuff, but I could feel the energy like, who is this? You know what I'm saying? What is he doing here? Type of energy.
He's gonna rob us. He's gonna rob us.
I only became spatially afraid like that. One time it was in River Haven, dude. I had a full-on panic attack too.
Damn.
Yeah, it was rough. I was crying. It was crazy.
Damn. I mean, it can happen, man, to the best of us, man. But yeah, them brothers and sisters going to BYU, man. I hope y'all get y'all justice. They said there's a lot of prejudice and discrimination. I mean, that ain't a surprise to me. I mean, think about it. Like I said, you in White Conda, man. I mean, think about it. It's less than 1% black people there anyway. So I mean, they gonna have a greater chance to get away with things. You know what I'm saying? Because the numbers in their favor. I mean, numbers in their favor in the whole damn country in the world. But I'm just saying, in that microcosm of school or whatever, you gonna be. I've been in that less than 1% before at schools like that, so I already know how it is. You know what I'm saying? Like, people cool with you, but at the same time, you can feel like people ain't cool with you. They like, and I'm like, oh, okay, I get it. But moving right along, y'all, man, we flying through this show, man. I wanted to cover this, man. Let's go on to something else. C got something. Bam, ASAP Rocky is in the news. Rihanna baby daddy. Is they married yet? Or shall I say baby daddy? Is they married yet?
They're not married yet, but they
baby daddy.
Yeah, that's what's up right there. So as we know that ASAP Rocky got his ass locked up here at LAX on a previous gunfire charge. I'm not sure who is with. But this happened in, I believe, 2021. And he was coming back from Barbados and he got arrested. And basically, I heard it's like the person that got shot was somebody in the circle. And that's who really told on him. And it really looks like if you flaunt your happiness and you put that shit out there, that hate comes to you quickly.
Wait, go back. His people snitched on him?
Yeah, that's what people are saying, that he snitched on. One of the ASAPs in the group.
Oh, one of the ASAP. Oh, hell yeah, because they had a bunch of them. I forgot ASAP Yams.
Ferg, you know.
Yeah, Ferg, you know. Is Yams is the one who passed away? Rest in peace.
Yams,
you know. Sorry, my New York peoples, if I messed up. You know, I know y'all, yo, son, you messing it up. You know, I know y'all be about the New York hip hop. But, yeah, man, rest in peace to that brother. But damn. So you said this, he got his own people set him up. I mean, when I set him up, what told on him. So they picked him up in LA.
Yep, they picked him up in LAX and locked his ass up. So it looked like he might miss the birth of his child. Because it's
damn.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Do
saying.
y'all like his music? Real. Complete full transparency. Y'all like this nigga music?
I like that first album when he first came on. When me, you, and Cam, we was working at the job. Me, you, and Cam, and Cam put us on him. Shout out to Cam, man, out there in
FT.
Campaign. Shout out to my dude. But yeah, he put me on him, and I had heard, you know, it was that first. What is it called? All Hail ASAP, or was that the first album? The one, you know what I'm saying? That was the best one to me. After that, I was done with him. But I don't think he's all that. I think he's I don't. He don't. When I think of something to listen to, he's not in my head to immediately.
Not even at all, man.
You know, I pull up the Dove Shack. I pull up the Dove Shack before I pull up ASAP Rocky.
He said the Dove Shack.
All right, with Dove.
I mean, he might not even be the best ASAP. Shit.
He is the best. Yeah. I guess he would be he's the most known. I ain't never listened to all their music to say who the best of them is. But I say he the most. I guess he's the most recognized.
I hate to hate. On any musician, but I'm not here for him.
He said he's not for you.
I don't think he should be locked up or nothing, but you know, I'm not a fan of his music.
I mean,
I feel you.
Man, I feel bad for the brother, but damn, man, if you out there shooting recklessly at people, man, and eventually that's just what he was doing. He was shooting at somebody. He shot 3 or 4 times at somebody, and the bullet grazed their hand. Now, if this was me and you, we're going to jail immediately. We ain't going to jail years later. We're going to jail right there.
And wasn't he just locked up out of the country for something?
Oh, yes.
Yeah, you know what? But you know what?
Right?
I think that goes... there you go. See, I think that goes back with us. What we were saying, that the government pick and choose. Oh yeah, he was almost NFT. Government, hey, you know that's the inside joke on the Weekend Hot Podcast, y'all. NFT. We all have been one at some point, but
you was heading out.
Let me see who been an NFT the most. Because whoever been an NFT the most, your NFT ain't worth shit because y'all got too many copies out there. If you're rare, I might like to be the Pokemon card of the group.
That first tweet game.
Hey, but no, that goes back to what we were saying. Like, look, the government, they pick and choose who they want to get. Think about it. If this happened way back then, why they just not coming back with this now? And think about it like, oh, this is another story we almost forgot to cover, guys. Ed Buck was out for years murdering motherfuckers. He just got 30 years. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Ed. I'm glad he got 30 years. They got his ass locked up finally. And you know, all the people who say they care about the LGBTQ community, Ed Buck was only fucking up LGBTQ brothers and brothers, and you didn't hear the LGBT community come out against him at all because he was a big money backer, I believe, of the Democratic Party. Allegedly, I don't know if that. I think he is though. I think that's what.
No, that's just fact. That's just facts. Yeah, he is.
So you know money. How when people. Right, you know how LGBT, oh my God, we're getting attacked. But when he was killing up all kind of black people, nobody said nothing. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, come on, man. You know what I'm saying? So I'm glad he got his ass 30 years. He should have been locked up. Think about it. He was out for a minute. And it was known that people was disappearing in his house. And they ain't come get him. Look how long it took them to come get him. And A$AP Rocky, he did a little whatever he did. He on vacation in Barbados making babies with Rihanna like he should. And now he locked up. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, they pick and choose who they want to get, man. You know, they pick and choose.
And they have to go to the media to get Ed Buck locked up. They have to go out there and bring notice to it because it wasn't shit gonna happen to him.
Yeah, in the media, the black grassroots media is why he got locked up. If you know, the brothers on internet, you know, like YouTube and us talking about it and stuff like this. The mainstream media was painting the picture that, oh well, he's just like how they do with everybody, just like they did with Epstein. You know what I'm saying? Oh, Epstein, he's just outstanding. This motherfucker got a whole island with motherfucking pedophile ring and shit. And they painted like it was Candyland and shit. Like, yes, you heard of Disneyland. Come to Epstein Land.
This nigga picture look like a prefect from Harry Potter and shit.
You know, you know, shout out to hopefully the brother gets out. Like I said, I don't like to see no brother locked up. So hopefully he gets out, quit doing dumb stuff. You know what I'm saying? I mean, well, I guess he didn't really do nothing dumb because he don't be staying in the media too much, do he? He don't be really getting in trouble like that.
No, not really. It's just that he was just recklessly shooting at somebody.
And that was years ago.
He ain't good enough to.
Yeah. Hey man, well let's get on another higher note. C, give us some more, man. Big Pimp and C, go ahead. Man.
Shout out to these sisters. These two sisters right here, y'all both know is Maya and Ashanti. Just recently, they just went viral for basically after being out in the music industry, how they still look the same, if not better. So this picture right here went viral of the two as they met up for a concert. This is just recently after Rihanna got her star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. So just shout out to
the Birdman
hand. These two right here are my favorite though. That was my two right there.
Man, yeah, man. Shoot, you know what? I'm gonna say this. They're my two favorite artists right there. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, hey, I ain't gonna be. I have no shame in saying it. Like, I love me some Maya and Ashanti. Been a big fan of theirs all, you know, pretty much since they came out. You know, I might not even be. I don't know if I'm a fan of their music as much as I'm just a fan of them doing some good looking sisters. You know, but. I mean, Ashanti definitely got some hits, some cuts there. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people say, you know, that she can't sing or whatever like that. But hey, she can sing to me. She can sing to me. She can sing whatever she wants to me. She can do the, you know, I want her to, she sing Happy Birthday like, you know what I'm saying, Marilyn Monroe did the president to me. I'll be happy. I'll be okay. You know what I'm saying? So, if you're ever watching this, Ashanti and Maya, hold on, let me.
The mellow down.
If you ever, you know, want to practice some singing skills and sing your brother's birthday. No, no, they are, man. I'm telling you, Black Don't Cry, boy. Look at that.
Ashanti ain't looking the same either, though. Maya look like she from about that pedigree.
I mean, Ashanti and they both looking good.
Hey man, by Maya's age, they start them light skinned sisters be starting to show them crow's feet. She look like she beating the curve.
Yeah,
and because Vanessa Williams, she was starting to wilt a little bit.
No, they doing the biz. They looking good because you know what? They must got that Eartha Kitt gene because you know Eartha was a lighter skinned sister, and she looked good all the way to the Marcus days on Boomerang. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, man, Lady Eloise,
stage, nigga.
Lady Eloise game, you know. But but that's all natural right there. I don't know because there might be some sisters.
No, it's all natural. I've seen they workouts, man, and yeah,
I don't think they had those surgeries because they look the same.
Her nose ain't even the same. I'm surprised she can hold them glasses up.
Who, Ashanti? No.
Yeah, man.
I mean, but that's minor. I'm talking about body. I'm talking about on the body side of the game.
Oh, on the body side.
Yes, the body side of the game. She been thorough.
Oh yeah, she could do it.
I don't know, you know, about the surgery. Like I say, hey, I'm the type of guy to be fooled. I don't be knowing. I be thinking, you know.
I know, man. My mom got me trained.
I don't be fooled like that though. You know, not for no, you know, for the whoopty one, not for the Transformers.
He said for the ho.
Like, you know how the Transformers. That's when I got to be like, you know what? Let's go to. Let me see. First grade? How many pictures when you was in first grade? Can I see a picture with you and your daddy? Let me see a picture with you and your daddy. That's the best way because the daddy holding like this. He got a little hat on. You like something wrong. But if she on the daddy like this, she got a flower dress. You good? You like, all right, shit. Flower dress. You know. They wasn't doing the D-Wade thing back in them days. You know what? And that's crazy. That's crazy. We'll talk about that a little later. But yeah, man, because I don't want to just mess up Ashanti and Maya moment. Shout out to them sisters there. You know what I'm saying? But
no kids.
Yeah, not bad for a couple of Class B singers.
Yep. They fine. They some good looking sisters, man. Shout out to them. But moving right along, man. I know you heard about this was in the news. Let's go on some serious talk right here. Because you know, grown folks talk about houses, you know, that's grown folk talk right there. So man, the housing market, I don't know if you fellas knew this. In the housing market, in this big boom we've been having, you know, everybody know about the inflation and the housing market boom and this and that. Wells Fargo rejected half its black applicants in a mortgage refinancing boom. And so in the mortgage refinancing boom we just had, more than half of the black applicants got rejected. Fewer than half of black applicants were approved by the biggest bank mortgage lender. Let's say it was a brother. He paid $560.43 for his application fee to Wells Fargo. So he paid $560. You know, he didn't get approved for his loan. His credit score was an 800.
Damn.
He actually was a Microsoft engineer, and he's married to a doctor. He lives in Atlanta.
Get no better than that.
Yeah, 3 for 3.
The brother. I mean, damn, the brother. I mean, listen to this again. Let me hear it. Maurice Ricard III paid $560.43 application fee to Wells Fargo and Company on Valentine's Day in 2020 to refinance his mortgage on a 4-bedroom brick colonial in a leafy suburb of Atlanta. He had every reason to expect an easy ride. He's a Microsoft engineer, married to a doctor, and he has a credit score north of 800. So actually, his score is over 800, putting him in America's credit elite. The loan officer at the bank even told him he was probably eligible for a fast track appraisal. It didn't take long for problems to appear because guess what? Richard's house, an investment property that was his home before he moved to another Atlanta suburb in 2017, is in a predominantly black neighborhood. And in April, the loan officer emailed to say that perhaps the area is not eligible for a rapid valuation. By May, she was writing to say the underwriter had more questions. Soon after, Ricard was told he would have to pay a higher 4.5% rate, even though the Federal Reserve had slashed rates to historic lows. Within weeks, Wells Fargo had denied his application. They kept moving the needle. He said they didn't want to move forward for whatever reason. What y'all think about that, man?
Man, that nigga credit score almost caught up with mine, man.
Mine's 875. 800.
905.
So he's he's a Microsoft engineer married to a doctor. His score is over 800, and he didn't get.
Yeah, his name got a third behind it. That's some stability right there.
Well, Chris, me and C was talking about this. I think this was one show. I think you wasn't here, but we was talking about this before. Remember, C, we was talking about that zip code.
Yep. You staying
That's
in
what
a black
did it.
neighborhood.
Predominantly black. It's a black suburb. It's actually in the suburbs. It's a predominantly black suburb, though. So it's not actually even in the hood. Yeah, it's not in a bad area. It's not a hood or nothing like that. It's just an all black suburb that he lives in.
And there's a lot of areas out there that's like that, where it's like a lot of transplant people are coming from California to suburbs and buying these houses and
black middle class. Yep.
Yeah, just to get a bigger house so they can have a better life, and that's that's discrimination, man.
Yeah, pretty much. So another thing, Richard, he wasn't alone. Another. Basically, nationwide, only 47% of black homeowners who completed a refinance application with Wells Fargo in 2020 were approved, compared with 72% of white homeowners, according to Bloomberg News. Analysis of federal mortgage data that says while black applicants had lower approval rates than white ones at all major lenders, the data show Wells Fargo had the biggest disparity and was alone in rejecting more black homeowners than it accepted. So, just another reason to get the reparations, man. I mean, shit, you know what I'm saying? We can't even get a refinance or a loan when we doing what we're supposed to be doing, right? When we put ourselves up by our bootstraps. When we pulled ourselves up by our bootstraps, and we married to a doctor, got an 800 score, and a Microsoft software engineer, and live in an all black suburb, and still you can't get, come on. So, I mean, it's just
something controversial.
Go for it.
I think every black person needs to pull their money out of Wells Fargo. This is
hey, I was just gonna make a comment. Someone told me that I was doing the right thing by never banking with Wells Fargo.
Me either. I always had a bad thing about Wells Fargo too. Like, they've always kind of been a real shrewd bank. They don't really give you too much. They, you know what I'm saying? They play off of they really make their living off of a name. Basically, they make their living off of backs of slaves, because that's how they got their money. Really, if you want to be real about it, if you do the history. But the thing is, when you see that horse and carriage on the side, they trying to show the Great West. You know what I'm saying? The Great West. That horse and carriage represent them black people, horse and carriage who you stole their fucking money and their land, got their ass off their land, and you trying to refinancing their great grandkids later. You won't even get them a loan. You know what I'm saying? And you took their shit. So it's just crazy. But the irony is there. But like you said, justice will be served. So when we do get the reparations, y'all, man, do not go through Wells Fargo at all. You know what I'm saying? We got to band together and start our own, because what the plan is from Brother Marcel running from Congress. He says that they're going to his plan. They're going to start the Freedmen's Bureau up again, and the Freedmen's Bureau will distribute the reparations, and they will, you know what I'm saying? So with that being said, once we get our chips, man, like, don't even mess with Wells Fargo, man, because they rejecting you. You know what I'm saying? Whether you, come on, man. The brother got it going on. It ain't like this dude you know what I'm saying? I mean, the brother's a Microsoft engineer. His damn wife's a doctor, dude. he got over it.
Man.
You know what I'm saying? There's no reason but the zip code of where he's at that's keeping him from getting what he needs to get. But shout out to him. Hope he gets justice.
Yeah, prayers.
Definitely, and then the numbers are so just crazy. So listen to this. I'm just giving you these numbers. We're gonna leave it alone. Wells Fargo, they approved 72% of the whites. They approved 67% of Asians. Stop Asian hate. So they stopped the Asian hate and approved 67% of them.
You gotta get back to the old stuff.
Look, I'm being sarcastic, but I'm being funny though. But I'm being for real. They approved it, and then the Hispanics 53%, and then us and the blacks, we the last on the poll, like always.
Bring it up the rear, you know how we do.
Now other lenders, 87% of whites got approved, 85% of Asians got approved, 79% of Hispanics got approved. There's that black and brown coalition. 71% of blacks got approved, and we at the end again. So I'm just saying, no. Shout out to all my Hispanic brothers and sisters and my Asian brothers and sisters that's down with us. But the rest of y'all, fuck y'all, because I mean, when the government, we gotta get this federal law because the Asians being discriminated against. I don't think so. They 2% behind y'all. Right. Getting everything, you know what I'm saying? We last on every table. We're last. That's crazy, man. You know what I'm saying? But it's understood, and that's the way it's supposed to, and that's the way it's designed. This is not really surprising because that's the way that they designed it. Somebody has to be on the lower end in this society, and we've always just been designated to do that shit. But we're gonna come up out of that when we get them reparations. Cut the check. But moving right along, we're gonna end it on a high note. I know I've took the wind out of y'all two fools. Y'all like, damn. That's fucked up.
No, I'm sitting up paying.
Man, you kind of fucked my hopes and dreams up, man.
Yeah, man. Yeah, no.
I'm trying to keep a brother down and shit.
Like, damn, I'm gonna mess you want to achieve.
I'm gonna mess your hopes and dreams up more with this brother right
here. You said we're gonna throw a little bone in there.
I'm gonna mess your hopes and dreams up with this brother right here.
Hopes and dreams.
Yeah, man. This brother right here, he approved. He's a mayor. He's a black mayor in Tennessee. As you see, he has the Confederate flag behind him and all that. He declared this black Tennessee mayor declares April Confederate History Month. Last week, Mayor Curtis Hayes. That's his name. Look his old sellout ass up. I'm sorry. I said I wasn't gonna do it because I'm not. I don't do
it, man. Don't do it.
I gotta be judgmental on this one,
man. Do that shit.
But what's his reasoning? What's his reasoning?
Yep, that's what we're going to. Because we got to give people a chance, though. Give them the reason why.
That ain't good optics, though. It's not good.
Last week, Mayor Curtis Hayes, a black recipient. Listen to this. This is how you know the NAACP ain't shit no more. He's a black recipient of an NAACP Diversity Award. He signed a proclamation delegating April Confederate History Month in Livingston, Tennessee. He's surrounded by the Sons of the Confederate Veterans. Their website condemns racism. Of course it does. They're racist. Commemorating the history of the Confederacy. They said that, but it is clear that everybody knows the Confederacy, and we all know, fought loud and proud in support of slavery and sought to continue slavery. And they left the U.S. after inauguration of Abraham Lincoln. Southern states saw slavery as a material interest and have heavily depended on it. The plantation system, and basically, the Confederacy basically suspected that Lincoln, would do something. They didn't know he was going to free slaves, but they knew he was going to do something. So that's why he was against. This is what the article is saying. This is not my own history. I know my history, but Tennessee joins a larger body of states already commemorating the Confederacy. It said that legally, on April 26th, legally named Confederate Memorial Day in Florida last year, Georgia removed the holiday from its official state calendar in 2016 after the Charleston, South Carolina church shooting, though it remains a state holiday in South Carolina. So basically, His reasoning, he says, is growing up here helps me understand our ways, our needs, and our special place. I always try to do what's best for the people, and that's why I have a people first open door policy.
Okay.
He said this, and listen to this. He said, I never thought in a million years I would win the NAACP award.
God damn, that was a default.
See, man, he had to go there.
So, but that's how you know the NAACP ain't shit, because they giving out awards to straight up. I'm sorry, he's straight up coon, man. They giving up awards to straight up coons.
I mean, they gave it to Rachel Dolezal already. Why are you surprised?
Right. I mean, they just NAACP is like BET. Like it ain't really black no more.
That shit used to be something back when they had Kwesi and Bume and shit. Remember?
Right. You know, like back when Bob Johnson was there, you had Teen Summit, you had positive stuff. Teen Summit, you had Rap City, The Basement. You had like. You had shows that was Donnie Simpson, Video Soul. You had Caribbean Vibes. Remember you had Caribbean Vibes with Rachel. Rachel. Crazy stuff. Yeah, man, Caribbean Vibes. You had the little black cartoons like Hey Moni. Remember that little Hey Moni cartoon they had on there? Sita, the little, it was like more positive stuff when it was on, when BET was owned by a black person, not like a corporation like Viacom, because they pretty much put out whatever they owned by Disney. So Disney, you already know that executive came out and said they trying to push the gay agenda any chance they can. So that's why they getting sanctioned now in Florida. Y'all saw the Disney getting sanctioned like they was their own government. Now it's Florida. The sentence like, fuck that. No, they pushing all that. Since basically he's saying, since Disney, y'all want to get in the political arena and weigh in on the stuff that we doing, then we're gonna take that self-governing shit out, and y'all could just be governed just like everybody else in the state. So
it's messing up their taxes too, so it's gonna cost them some money.
Because Disney was really that black Disney executive, when she came out and said, yes, there is a gay agenda and we're pushing it every chance we get, that fucked them up. You know what I'm saying? That she should have never came out and said that. You know what I'm saying? So now, since she verbalized it, yes, she said, and this is what she said. I'm not bullshitting. I'm paraphrasing, but this is what she said. In all their programming, she is trying to push a gay agenda. In every kid show, she's trying to push a gay. She said literally a gay agenda. So when she did that, that's why the census did that bill that says, we're not going to teach kids from kindergarten to 5th grade about that kind of, sexual orientation like that, because that's too early. And I think so, because these kids too overly sexualized anyway. Let kids be kids, man. I don't agree with Dwayne Wade letting his son, like, even though the little white boy his son was kissing was really a girl before. So Dwayne Wade's son, yeah, I know you're looking at me crazy. Okay, Dwayne Wade's son is transitioning to be a woman, and Dwayne Wade let his son go out with a little white boy. I thought it was a little white boy, but when I read, it wasn't a little white boy. It was a little white girl who's transitioning to be a boy, and these kids is under 14. So I don't agree with that. And the thing is that one thing I respect Magic Johnson for is, like, even though EJ is how he, EJ doing his thing, how everybody know how EJ is. EJ wasn't out there. Magic wasn't putting that shit out there when he was a teenager. He didn't get out there like that till he got grown and on his own. You see what I'm saying? So I respect that more, because it's like, okay, now he's a grown man. If that's what the life he wants to live and that's where he feel comfortable, okay, that's what he want to do. You know what I'm saying? But you didn't never see Magic Johnson out with no like 14-year-old EJ with heels on and kissing other, you know what I'm saying? You didn't see that shit. You didn't see, once we didn't learn about EJ till he was grown. That's what I'm saying. So to me, that like, that's like yeah, man, like it'd have been like weird if Magic was out there just pushing some agenda like that. You know what I'm saying? I mean, all I'm saying is this. Me personally, you know what I'm saying, I disagree with that lifestyle. However, I respect the people who are in it. And my thing is this: if your kid is going to be like that, I think your kid should be a kid. Once they turn 18 and move out on their own, then if they want to, you know what I'm saying, if they're going to be who they, and okay, this is who I'm going to be, dad or mom, okay, then I got no choice to accept it, because you grown, you live on your own, you making your own life. So either I got to accept it, or, you know what I'm saying? So that's that. But I'm just saying, you ain't going to be doing that shit in my house when you kid, though. Hell no, you a kid. What are you? don't even know about life yet. You don't know nothing. So I just don't agree with that. But just like this back to this rank ass brother right here, this buster ass dude right here. Like, what kind of mirror are you? That's like really, man, all this stuff going on, and you find the time to not do a Black History Month or not try to make that something that's even, well, that's federal already, but you gonna put through a Confederate History Appreciation Month. Ain't that about a, yeah, man.
Man, hey, man, that must be a good paying gig. I know that much.
Yeah, I bet you it is. If something go down, I bet you if something go down. And think about it, he in a little ass town. So if this was back in the day, if something go down, they'd kill his ass and get somebody else. Somebody else in there. You know, Mayor, you better do our mid-mayor. You know what time it is. We and the boys, we gonna saddle up, and you know they come with their little white hoods on and shit and do all that. So it's like, I mean, cause look at them. They standing behind him like, yeah.
Shit, he halfway look like dude on the right.
You ain't lying. Oh, dude on the right. I guess he was dancing down to the slave quarters every now and then.
Peepaw. Come on,
he had to
dance on the
You know what I'm saying? That's what they were saying. Hey, Bessie, I'll be right back. I gotta go get some wood. I'll be right back. Why that little kid out there look like you? Don't you? You know what I'm saying? So, like, yeah, man, I have no respect. I'd have no respect for no Black man. You don't love yourself and your people, man. I mean, I admit, you got to look at this. All people, all groups of people have their faults and have the underbelly of their society that's not exemplary of the whole. You know what I'm saying? And like with us, they always try to make the criminals, the drug dealers, that's supposed to be the face of us, when really that's the minority of us. Most regular Black people is hardworking, you know what I'm saying, hardworking, conservative, proud, very proud of themselves and their people and their skin, and ain't ashamed to tell you about it. So yeah, you know what I'm saying? You know, this is a narrative of us always being the criminal. Either we always the criminal. Look, when AIDS started, we was the face of that. When COVID, they tried to make us the face of COVID. Remember, they was like, oh, it's the Black people that are not. They tried to, anytime, think about that. If you look at it, if you do your history and look at it, anytime there's been some kind of big uproar in society, they try to make Black people the face of it. Crack epidemic, Black people. Crime, Black people. This, you know, say anything violent or whatever, they try to put our face on it, and that's not true. You know, of course, there's people in all races who do crazy ass shit, but I'm just saying that it's just funny that we always paint it to be, you know, such bad folks, you know what I'm saying? And most damn Black people give your shirt off their damn back, you know what I'm saying? But this ain't the time for us to prove that we human anymore to people. We didn't prove in 500 years we human. We good, fun-loving people. We didn't create damn near everything in society and culture. So I ain't got nothing to prove. We ain't proving shit to nobody no more, man. It's just,
oh man, hey, I think this is less human. I think this might be less humanism and more of a self-loathing, just being broken type shit.
Let me ask you guys this question though, because a lot of stuff derived from poverty, and we talk about reparations a lot on this show. I feel, well, this is my opinion, I want to see what y'all think. If reparations was given, would there still been gangs like Vice Lords, Bloods and Crips, all the above?
No, because you know why I know that. Because I know y'all know this, during the pandemic, when all them thugs was getting them PPP loans, they was nice as hell. What's up, brother? How you doing? What up, bro? We gotta go ahead and fight for the unemployed, man. You know what I'm saying? For real, thugs is cool as hell.
Selling purple merch in that motherfucker.
I'm serious though. Did you notice that when mothers was getting them PPP loans, like for real? But that's the thing of you have to look at as far as if you read Dr. Claude Anderson's book, economic deprivation. Our race has received economic deprivation, and anytime you have economic deprivation, there's gonna be, you know what I'm saying, that the people, you're gonna try to get something, you're gonna try to do something, you're gonna try to do something about it. And I'm sorry, that was the girls right there. I know y'all like, damn, he's going through these, but there was a story I was trying to cover, and I don't think it uploaded. There was a young brother. He was a young boy. Young brother. He He got caught the other day. The police roughed him up for stealing a bag of chips. 8-year-old boy.
Oh yeah, I seen that.
And I had to pay. I don't know what. I'm sorry, family, but having a little technical difficulties. But we'll still get to it. The young brother. Now think about this. This little kid stole a bag of chips, and he 8 years old. The thing is, you got to think of, if you was a real cop and you was a real servant in your community, the thing you should think is like, if he got to steal a bag, $8 bag of chips, he's hungry.
Yeah.
What can I do to help this kid? I'm gonna teach him. I can still be a cop and say, hey, young man, you don't gotta steal, man. You hungry? You know what I'm saying? If you ever need something, man, holler at me. Here go my card. If you need something, call me, and I come give you $5, $10. Or either if you want to teach him something like, hey, man, if you're doing anything on the weekends, and I want you to come to my house, and if you know what I'm saying, if you want to work and make some money, you can. You know what I'm saying? You can mow lawns. You can do this. Just give kids outlets to make money or whatever, but. Obviously, the little boy was stealing food. Anybody who's stealing food, they gotta be hungry, man. You know what I'm saying? So they go rough the little boy up and treat. That's why I'm glad the brother if y'all watch the video, the brother was speaking up like
he had no fear in his voice.
Right, man. Like, why y'all roughing that little boy up like that, man? He's only 8 years old, and y'all got him and the boy out there crying and hysterical. He think he go, because he going to jail. Like that could have. That could have been a way for the police to join with the community. That could have been an instance where they could have did something good, and then maybe the little boy look, word of mouth. Like, what if they would have fed the little boy and say, nah, man, we ain't gonna take you in, man. But little man, don't come in here stealing nothing. If you ain't got no money, just call us and we'll come get you something. And guess what? Word of mouth, he'd be like, hey man, the police said it, help me out. You know what I'm saying? That's how you get good community policing, and that's how you get a rapport with the community. But with the fact that even if you're not black, they'll respect you and be like, well, at least he's fair. I know he gonna be fair. You know what I'm saying? He ain't gonna just mess with me. He's a fair good dude. He'll look out. You know what I'm saying? So, but they went ahead and just did what they normally do, rough the little boy up. Like, damn, you roughing up a little 8-year-old man. Like, it's like I get sick of like a lot of these suspected white supremacists. They always rough up little kids. You ever notice they always rough up little kids and women? They will never they never come at no grown ass men. You know what I'm saying? They never come at the well, I guess they do. They just shoot us.
Yeah, they kill us.
Yeah, they just kill us.
Well, you see what they did with the young one guy that got away with the 3 officers. He drove off in that damn car.
Right. He took off like the Batmobile, didn't he?
Yeah, man. So that's just crazy though, man. That's just crazy that so what do y'all think about that, man? What do y'all think about that little young man getting hemmed up over a bag of damn chips?
Man, they had a perfect chance to put their arms around him, and other kids in the neighborhood would have seen that, and it could have been a real hopeful situation. But you know what I'm saying? It's not like that. And so these motherfuckers just acting as if, I never got beat up by a cop, but I never stole anything. But I got my ass kicked by the cops once as a grown up, and I wasn't stealing nothing in it. So, fuck them.
Yeah. I feel you, man. Man. What about you, C? Especially you're out there with the number one law enforcement.
You made a good point, though. I mean, they could have handled that better and made a positive situation that could have changed his life. Instead of probably put him on a worse path.
Yeah. How he ain't gonna ever trust a cop again.
Yeah, and that just that just proves the point. Like when people say defund the police, that's just why people say that is because they ain't there to protect and serve. And this is our tax dollar. We paying for y'all, salary, but they ain't there to protect and serve the community. They're there to harass or militarize police the community. That's what they really doing. You know what I'm saying? It's like they in Afghanistan somewhere. You know what I'm saying? So everybody's a suspect. I mean, I just don't understand that, man. Especially a little 8-year-old kid, man. But it
And
comes
there's
to
far
show.
and few that help, though, man. That's the thing about it. It's very few that help. And I seen
Yeah,
one cop where he would give snacks and soups and stuff to the kids, and just so because they're hungry when they get home from school. So my thing with policing is learn your community that you policing.
yeah, pretty much. You should. You definitely should learn the community that you policing. But see, that goes back to that's what we said. That's why, and this is a fact from the FBI that there are a lot of white suspected white supremacists in police force, and this is something that came out from the FBI. So this is a fact. They said that and you see, and that's why you see it more and more. Like a lot of the skinheads and a lot of the white supremacists have joined the police force, and that's why they show no love. Because like as a human being, we all we compassionate because that's just the way black people is. We all three of us thinking about compassionate ways they could have handled the problem. But we got one thing. One thing we didn't think of is that maybe the police this is what they supposed to do because they don't give a fuck because they're white supremacists. They we don't look at him. Think about this. A lot of times white people or a lot of the police, I should say, I'm not gonna say all, I'm not saying all anybody, because some but all, right? Like so Brother Zoe Williams says some but all, some but not all. But a lot of the ones that I've come in contact with, heard stories. A lot of these a lot of white folks look at like black kids as adults. They see our kids as adults. If you notice, you see all the teachers always beating up the kids, the black kids in school and throwing them around and stuff. And you like, damn. And a lot of times they don't deserve all that because our kids are not looked at as kids. You know what I'm saying? They're looked at as grown adults. You know what I'm saying? So that them cops, they don't look at him and see an 8-year-old. To us, that's an 8-year-old little boy. To them, that's a little thief.
Young miscreant.
Exactly. That's a little killer. That's how they look at it. You know what I'm saying? So one thing we can't do, we can't forget. Some people will have peace of mind or have God mind and know they, come to their right senses and say, you know what, I got to do right. But there's not a lot of people like that. You know what I'm saying? There are a lot of people who won't admit they just don't like black people. They just hate black people. That's just it. We just don't like you motherfuckers. So it ain't nothing you could do. Ain't no re-education we can give them. Ain't no, let's take them to the African American Museum. That's going to change them. That shit.
Yeah.
That's going to change. I mean, that's going to change this. They be like, look, we're going to bomb this motherfucker. Hey, call my cousin Joey. He does the pipe bombs. Let's blow this shit up. You know what I'm saying? Like they did the church. So, I mean, I'm all for compassion, but I think people know what they doing. We all grown, man. People know what the hell they doing. I just don't like them seeing roughing up that young man like that. They didn't have to rough that little boy up like that. But that was
scarred for a long time.
That was an opportunity to become better, a better rapport with the community. And like you said, they foiled that. So,
yeah.
But on to our last topic here, man. This brother right here, we want to give him some love. This brother is the, and you ain't gonna probably see it on TV nowhere. I ain't seen it nowhere but on, websites and things who cover black news. Black educator from Ohio. This brother right here wins the 2022 National Teacher of the Year award. So let's give him a shout out to our brother there. Yes. Shout out to that brother. His name is Kurt Russell. A black teacher from Oberlin, Ohio. He's been named the 2022 National Teacher of the Year by the Council of Chief State School Officers. Russell, who has been teaching nearly 25 years, is known for teaching with an emphasis on cultural relevance and presentation and representation. Since the late 1990s, he has been teaching African American history classes that he developed himself. He has also developed classes such as race, gender, and oppression, and black music in the African diaspora alongside a music teacher. Now, they probably gonna be trying to ban all this brother shit with the CTE thing, critical race theory. They're gonna say that's critical race theory. We got a man, shit. I didn't know my kids was learning that. But I mean, this is good stuff he's teaching. It really is good stuff. I'm impressed.
I'm impressed. He's been teaching since the 1990s. He looked like he's 25.
Right. I'm surprised they let him teach. Look, I'm surprised they let him teach that since the 90s.
But he must have drank from the same cup as Maya now.
Yeah. Hey, he said now he's 50 years old. Now the 50-year-old Russell teaches at Oberlin High School in his hometown in Ohio. He also serves as faculty advisor for the student-led Black Student Union, and he's the head coach for the varsity basketball team in the school. Russell has said he began his interest in teaching when his kindergarten teacher read a picture book about Martin Luther King Jr. He was ultimately inspired to pursue the career when he met his first Black male teacher in middle school. He said he was someone who looked like me in front of the classroom, who all the kids enjoyed. This seemed like a profession that I could enjoy, and it just changed my life. He got his Bachelor of Arts degree with a major in history and a minor in Black Studies from the College of Worcester, and earned a master's education in curriculum in the institution in instruction from Ashland University. He's currently taking courses in child development at Oakland City University. But he is the 2022 National Teacher of the Year, a Black male educator, brother named Kurt Russell. Shout out to Mr. Kurt Russell. Get you two.
Black excellence right there.
Black excellence right there, man. You ain't even lying. Yes, man. We need more Black teachers, man. Seriously, we do. You know, we really
male
do.
Teachers.
Black male teacher, exactly. Thank you, Chris. Black male teachers, definitely, man, because it does make a big difference, man. I mean, sometimes you ain't really got nobody to talk to, and then that teacher could be somebody you could reach out to and talk to. And I've done my mentoring in the community, in the hood and stuff. Not as far as like teaching, but like just working out. Just meet, young men that was playing football, and then kind of took liking to me, like the way, work out together and stuff. And then in those workouts, they asked me life questions, and I wasn't expecting that. They'd be like, man, how do you do this? How you do just questions about life and stuff. So then I just started talking to them, and I was like, well, yeah, man, and just kind of start mentoring. And now one of the fellas that I mentor, shout out, hopefully you watching, my boy Devin. He's he's a productive young man. It looks like to me I think he has a child now. He got a girl. I just watched this dude grow up. You know what I'm saying? So he's a productive member of society, swole as hell. I got him working out in that gym hard. So he I was glad I could impact a brother's life like that, and also brothers before him. I've done mentoring for the state of Indiana, their Hoosier Boys Town and Campania Academy, and I met a lot of those brothers in the streets after I mentored them, because they was brothers who got put in bad situations, locked up and stuff, and got out. And helped them. And then later on, I remember one little kid rolled up on me at the gas station. I thought he was trying to rob. I didn't know he was trying to rob me. I know who this motherfucker was. He's like, hey, this the dude who helped me. So, he introduced to me his girl. He was in the Army, doing good. He didn't even live in the area. He was just visiting. So it's good to see. Sometimes you don't know, even if it's just 2 or 3 kids, you know what I'm saying? You don't have to have, you ain't got to do a lot, man. If every brother just try to mentor somebody in a community, we'd be a lot better off. You know what I'm saying? And it could be just a brother, a little kid you see around all the time or whatever. Just just talk to him like, hey man, what's up? How you doing? Eventually they just start talking to you. You'd be like, and just try to be there and give them some advice. You know what I'm saying? I've given money, I've given advice, I've given my time. So I'm glad I could do that. And of course I have my own kids who I've done that for, definitely my own boys, but yeah, man, it takes a community. So we really gotta I'm really inspired by brother Kurt Russell here, man. Keep doing your thing, brother Russell. And like I said, man, you don't see these stories every day out here like that. This is stuff they don't like to cover in the media about, especially with us. You know what I'm saying? So we got, shout out to that brother, man. What y'all got anything to add for brother Russell there?
Man, he touching all the good subjects. You know what I'm saying? Like the
coach of the basketball team. Come on,
right? Yeah, man. Yeah. He making sure a message gets across one way or another with that spread of topics and subjects.
Mm-hmm. And like he'll be a teacher. I'd be waiting to go to his class. He'd be like, "Man, I'm going on."
Yeah, he's going to impart some knowledge on you, and he's gonna give you the best he got.
Yep. So
he looked earnest in that picture.
Hell yeah, he about the business. Like he like a teacher you don't play with. Don't play with Mr. Russell like that, man. He good people's. But he look like like you get on his wrong foot, he gonna
Hell yeah,
talk
that
your ass.
motherfucker look tall. Like, what the
He
fuck?
like his straight Joe Clark.
Mr. Clark.
Hell yeah. You know what I'm saying?
You do that shit.
By the way he's smiling, he got another side to him that he like.
But that's the good impact of black male teachers. I didn't get my first black male teacher until I was in high school, and I still keep up with him to this day because that impact he made in our lives. It's like somebody I could relate to, and he was a younger guy, so he would jive with you, he'd talk to you, mentor you.
Right.
It's just a lot that goes with it when you see somebody who looks like you that you can, who's probably been through the same thing, especially if they went to that high school as well. Like you can relate to what they're going through. So it's a big impact.
Yeah, man. Yeah,
I had Mr. Page in 7th grade. He was one of my favorites, boy. He was cold, boy.
See, I didn't get my first black male teacher till college. I have,
Jam, I'm your teacher.
I had, that's impressive. Yeah, pita pata and jam, and I had a female black teacher in my grade school, Miss Washington. Shout out to Miss Washington. She was cool. She was like the illest teacher ever. She was cool. But I didn't get a chance to have the only male teacher I remember before my black male teacher. I had a male teacher, white teacher, and I've had a couple of those over the years. But one that stuck out was a Mr. Mills because he actually taught history. And Mills was cool. He was a tall surfer, white hair, blue eyed dude, but surfer. But he was a laid back, like the hippie teacher. He's real hippie style and cool. Like you could talk some real shit. So when I used to be in history class, with a bunch of white kids, and I would talk when he get the black stuff, and he'd look at me, he's like, I know Keith's gonna rip him up. And I started talking about stuff, he'll let me run, and he'll back me up. He's like, he's right. You know what I'm saying? He's right. So I always because a lot of history teachers, they'll say, oh no, he's wrong, black people didn't do this type. But he would say, he's like, yeah, black people pretty much started everything. He would say that, So shout out to Mr. Mills. But my first black teacher that I really had, you had him too. See, I think at Graham, what was his name? Mr. Thornton.
Yes.
He remind you of Samuel L. Jackson. I can't think of his name.
Yeah.
But he used to say Thornton like Thornton. He used to say Thornton. And I can't think his name, but he had glasses. You know what I'm talking about. I think you know what I'm talking about. He had glasses. That he was the realest. Because he talked about remember people be lingering around his after class to talk to this dude. This is like how much love people had for him. Like we would sit around after class and wait to talk to him about. And you can talk to him about anything. You know what I'm saying? That I will say this, and we're ending because I know we long-winded tonight, but that was one of the, I know a lot of, people's HBCUs, most of them are ran by white people. We know that. But I would say this, still think about your kids going, because the benefit, I don't know if it's still like this now. This is when I was going, I went a long time ago. But the benefit I got from it was the fact that the teachers looked like me and they cared about me. You know what I'm saying? They actually gave a fuck. You know what I'm saying? Like, it wasn't like I was a little number. They really took it upon themselves that they wanted to see everybody win. You know what I'm saying? And you can't beat that kind of support. I mean, I know everybody's like, well, this elite education at Harvard, that elite education at Harvard can't beat the support you're probably gonna get at Grambling or Howard or Spelman, or Morehouse. Meaning those professors, when I was there, they cared. You know what I'm saying? They really cared, man. You know what I'm saying? They wanted you to pass. It wasn't you wasn't just another number. Because we shared one thing, because we shared that skin tone, and they was really about that. And I love that part about it. That was the thing that I did love, a part of the encouragement. I was one of those students who needed that encouragement. Some people don't need it, you know what I'm saying? But I needed it. And they did encourage you, and they would challenge you, you know what I'm saying? So shout out to all the HBCU professors, the actual professors that are actually doing the work, teaching the kids, and really, going above and beyond, not just in a classroom, but outside the classroom.
Being part of the community, being part of the
whether you
student body.
clothing a child, feeding a child,
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Respect, you know what I'm saying?
One thing for sure about having a black teacher, they can tell if your parents don't play, because that Mr. Page, I was just lawn and got me my last motherfucker whooping too. So.
It's like, oh, I know your parents don't play.
Hell yeah, I had a B+ average in class, but I played too much. Nigga got my ass whooped.
Hell yeah, yeah, man. But yeah, we do need more of them. If I can do one thing, once when I get the reparations check and then I get that money working for me in the stock market, crypto market, get your Shiba Inu up, y'all. I'm not a financial advisor, however, I do invest in Shiba Inu, and it's on the up and up, y'all. Y'all better get in. But once we back to it, once we get the reparations, I definitely and I got that money working for me, and I don't have to work. I'm financially good forever. I probably would go back to school and try to teach or something like that, or teach a history or go into that. That would be something. If I could go back to school, or if I was thinking about going back to school, it would be history that I would go for. But still, try to mentor these kids, man. Even if you're in a barbershop, wherever you at, man, just if you work in a barbershop, try to mentor these kids. Say something nice to the kids, support the kids, tell the kids something, you know what I'm saying, that's going to sustain them. Because right now, media is jacked up, jacking their brains up. They getting pushed narratives that they wasn't getting pushed when we was coming up. So they're not even able to even form their own, like, how everybody like, this is the generation, you can just be yourself. Not really, because y'all forcing narratives. People can't be themselves. So, you know what I'm saying? So, right. So, like I said, man, we just got to make sure we look after the community, and we're going to keep doing what we're doing. But once again, y'all got anything to add before we go, man?
Free Britney.
Hey, free the grind. Yeah, Britney over there, boy. Shit. Hey, I hope this sister get home, man. I hope this sister get home. That's all I got to say on that one. I hope get home, man. Shoot, I don't want to see nobody locked up, man, especially not overseas. Oof, locked up abroad. Shit, But other than that, man, hey, we've enjoyed our time with you. We're going to catch us back again. Y'all might actually... We gonna catch us real soon. I don't want to make no damn promises, but you gonna catch us real soon. Remember, like, subscribe, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. We definitely appreciate you, and we're gonna hit you next. We're gonna hit you again. We're gonna see you again next time on the Weekend High Podcast. Peace.